20 plants that make farmers make a lot of money. Have you ever stopped to think about how some plants can make farmers rich? We are not talking about magic, but about crops that are in high demand, sell well and make a real profit. Some of them are common in everyday life, like the coffee you drink in the morning or the corn in the pastry at the market. Others are more special, used in industries, medicine, or even beauty products. The secret is choosing the right plants, planting carefully and selling at the right time. In this text, we are going to talk about 20 plants that make farmers earn a lot of money. You don't need to be an expert in agriculture to understand. We will explain everything in a simple way, as if we were talking at the kitchen table. You will see that some of these plants are closer than you think. Why are some plants more profitable than others? Imagine you have a piece of land and you need to decide what to plant. If you plant lettuce, it will sell quickly, but the price is low and it spoils easily. If you plant cocoa, it takes years to bear fruit, but when it sells, the value is high. Some plants are like green gold. They are in constant demand, resist pests, or are used in many products. It's like comparing selling water on the beach, lots of competition, low price, with selling ice cream on a scorching sunny day. Everyone wants it, and you can charge more. Another important point is the market. If a lot of people want to buy, the price goes up. For example, acai has become fashionable all over the world, and those who plant acai today sell it for a much higher price than 20 years ago. Beans are important, but as almost everyone plants them, the price doesn't rise that much. Therefore, smart farmers look for plants that have less supply and high demand. There is also the issue of climate and soil. Some plants only grow well in certain places. Coffee, for example, likes altitude and mild climate. Sugar cane does best in warm regions. If the farmer chooses a plant that does not suit his land, he could lose money. It's like trying to plant bananas in ice. It won't work. The 20 plants that make the most profit. Now let's look at the 20 plants that make farmers earn big. We will explain them one by one, showing why they are good options and how they are used in everyday life. 1. Coffee. Everyone knows coffee. It is the second most consumed drink in the world, after water. Brazil is the largest coffee producer on the planet, and anyone who plants Arabica coffee, the most valued type, can earn a lot of money. The coffee is sold to roasters, which make the powder you use at home, and also to coffee shops and industries. The price varies, but in good years, a 60 kilograms bag can cost more than 1,000 Brazilian reals. The secret is to plant in high regions, with a cool climate, and take good care of the plants to have quality grains. 2. Soy. Soy is one of the most planted plants in Brazil. It is used to make cooking oil, animal feed, and even products such as soy milk and tofu. Brazil exports a lot of soy to China, which buys tons every year. The price of soybeans rises when there is little supply on the world market. Those who plant soy in large quantities and have good productivity can earn a lot. The problem is that soy needs a lot of land and machines, so it is more common on large farms. 3. Corn. Corn is used in human food, popcorn, tamale, flour, and also to feed animals, such as chickens and pigs. Furthermore, the industry uses corn to make ethanol, a fuel. Brazil is one of the largest corn producers in the world, and the price rises when there is little rain or when other countries buy more. Anyone who plants corn needs to keep an eye on the weather, because drought can wipe out the crop. 4. Sugarcane. Sugarcane is used to make sugar and ethanol, alcohol fuel. Brazil is the largest sugarcane producer in the world, and the price of sugar and ethanol depends on international demand. When the price of oil rises, ethanol becomes cheaper in comparison, and people buy more. Sugarcane needs a lot of sun and water, so it does well in the centre-west and southeast of Brazil. The downside is that the harvest is heavy and requires expensive machinery. 5. Cotton. Cotton is used to make clothing, towels, and other fabrics. Brazil is one of the largest cotton exporters in the world, and the price rises when there is little global supply. Those who plant cotton need to control pests, such as the boll weevil, which can destroy the plantation. Cotton also needs a lot of water, so it is common in irrigated regions. Profit comes when the price of cotton is high on the international market. 6. Cocoa. Cocoa is the raw material for chocolate. Brazil was once the largest cocoa producer in the world, but today Ivory Coast and Ghana lead the way. Even so, those who plant cocoa in the south of Bahia or Para can earn well, because chocolate is an expensive product and is always in demand. Cocoa takes a few years to start producing, but then bears fruit for decades. The problem is that the plant is sensitive to diseases, such as witch's broom, which has already destroyed many plantations. 7. Acai became a rage in Brazil and abroad. It is used in juices, ice creams, bowls, and even beauty products. Para is the largest producer, and the price of acai has risen significantly in recent years. Those who plant acai in floodplain areas, near rivers, have an advantage, because the plant grows naturally in these places. Acai makes a quick profit, because the harvest begins in a few years. The challenge is to maintain quality, because acai spoils easily. 8. Banana is one of the most consumed fruits in the world. Brazil is one of the largest producers, and bananas are sold fresh, in sweets or as flour. Those who plant bananas in large quantities and have good logistics, fast transport, can make money. The problem is that bananas are perishable and need to be sold soon after harvesting. Additionally, pests such as sigatoka can attack crops. 9. Oranges are used to make juice, particularly concentrated orange juice, which is exported all over the world. Brazil is the largest orange producer on the planet, and the state of São Paulo concentrates most of the production. The price of oranges rises when there is little supply, such as in drought years. The challenge is controlling pests, such as greening, which weakens trees. 10. The grape is used to make wine, juice, and is also sold fresh. Brazil produces table grapes, for eating, and wine grapes, mainly in Rio Grande do Sul and Pernambuco. Those who plant grapes for wine can earn more, because wine is an expensive product. The problem is that grapes need a lot of care, such as pruning and disease control. Furthermore, the climate needs to be suitable, with cold nights and hot days. 11. Papaya is a fruit widely consumed in Brazil and exported to other countries. It is used in juices, salads, and even medicines, like papain, which helps with digestion. Brazil is one of the largest papaya producers in the world, and Espírito Santo is the state that produces the most. Papaya makes a quick profit, because the plant starts producing in less than a year. The challenge is controlling pests, such as fruit flies. 12. Pineapple is used in juices, sweets, and as a fresh fruit. Brazil is one of the largest producers, and pineapple is sold domestically and exported. Anyone who plants pineapple needs a lot of land, because the plant takes up space. Pineapples take around 18 months to be harvested, but after that they can produce for several years. The price rises when there is little supply, such as in times of drought. 13. Coconut is used to make coconut water, coconut milk, oil, and even cosmetics. Brazil is one of the largest producers, and the Northeast is the region that produces the most. Coconut is profitable because it is used in many products. The plant begins producing in about 5 years and continues to bear fruit for decades. The challenge is to control pests and ensure that the coconuts are harvested at the right time. 14. Passion fruit is used in juices, sweets, and medicines because of its calming effect. Brazil is one of the largest producers, and passion fruit is sold fresh or processed. The plant starts producing in less than a year, and the price rises when there is little supply. The problem is that passion fruit is sensitive to diseases, such as viruses, which can wipe out the plantation. 15. Black pepper is a spice widely used in cooking. Brazil is one of the largest producers, and Para is the state that produces the most. Pepper is sold dried and ground, and the price rises when there is little supply on the international market. The plant takes a few years to start producing, but then bears fruit for decades. The challenge is to control pests and ensure that the pepper is harvested at the right point. 16. Ginger is used in cooking, teas, and medicines because of its anti-inflammatory properties. Brazil produces ginger in several states, and the price rises when there is little supply. Ginger is planted from pieces of the root, and harvesting takes place about 8 months later. The challenge is to control diseases, such as root rot, which can wipe out the plantation. 17. Acerola is a fruit rich in vitamin C, used in juices, sweets, and dietary supplements. Brazil is one of the largest producers, and acerola is sold fresh or processed. The plant starts producing in less than a year, and the price rises when there is little supply. The challenge is to control pests and ensure that the fruits are harvested at the right time. 18. Guarana is used in soft drinks, energy drinks, and medicines. Brazil is the largest producer, and Amazonas is the state that produces the most. Guarana takes a few years to start producing, but then bears fruit for decades. The price rises when there is little supply, and guarana is sold in seeds or powder. The challenge is to control pests and ensure that the seeds are harvested at the right point. 19. Cupuaçu. Cupuaçu is a typical Amazonian fruit, used in juices, sweets, and cosmetics. Brazil is the largest producer, and cupuaçu is sold fresh or processed. The plant takes a few years to start producing, but then bears fruit for decades. The price rises when there is little supply, and cupuaçu is sold mainly to the food and beauty industries. 20. Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is not a food plant, but it is very profitable. It is used to make paper, furniture, charcoal, and even essential oils. Brazil is one of the largest eucalyptus producers in the world, and the wood is sold to industries. Eucalyptus grows quickly, and the harvest can be harvested in a few years. The challenge is controlling pests and ensuring that trees are cut at the right time. How to choose the best plant to plant. Now that you know the 20 plants that make the most money, you may be wondering, which one is best for me? The answer depends on several factors. First, think about the climate and soil in your region. If you live in the south, you can grow grapes or apples. If you live in the northeast, coconut or cashew may be good options. If you live in the Amazon, cupuaçu or guarana are ideal. Then, think about the market. Who are you going to sell? If you are going to sell to industries, as in the case of soybeans or eucalyptus, you need a lot of land and machines. If you are going to sell to the local market, as in the case of passion fruit or acerola, you can start with less land. It is also important to think about the turnaround time. Some plants, such as corn or beans, turn a profit in just a few months. Others, like cocoa or guarana, take years to start producing. If you need quick cash, choose short-cycle plants. If you can wait, choose plants that bear fruit for decades. Finally, think about the costs. Some plants need a lot of investment in fertilizer, irrigation, or pest control. Others are more rustic and require less care. Do the math and see which plant fits your budget. Tips for success with these plants. If you want to earn big with these plants, here are some simple tips. 1. Start small. There is no point in taking out a huge loan and planting 100 hectares of coffee if you have never planted one before. Start with a small area, learn from your mistakes and grow little by little. 2. Take good care of the land. The land is your greatest asset. Use organic fertilizer, rotate crops, and avoid excessive pesticides. Healthy land produces more and for longer. 3. Keep an eye on the market. The price of plants goes up and down. If everyone is planting soybeans, the price could fall. If few people are planting coffee, the price may rise. Follow the news and talk to other farmers. 4. Invest in quality. If you produce a high-quality specialty coffee or acai, you can sell it for a higher price. Invest in techniques that improve the quality of your product. 5. Have a plan B. If a plantation goes wrong, you need to have another source of income. It could be a vegetable garden for your own consumption, raising chickens, or even a small business. 6. Use technology to your advantage. Nowadays, there are applications that help control pests, monitor the weather, and even sell products. You don't need to be a technology expert, but it's worth learning the basics. 7. Form partnerships. If you don't have money to buy machines, you can form partnerships with other farmers. You can also sell your products directly to supermarkets, restaurants, or industries, skipping intermediaries. Conclusion. Plant smartly and reap profits. As you have seen, there are many plants that can make farmers earn a lot of money. Some are more common, such as coffee and soy. Others are more exotic, such as cupuaçu and guarana. The important thing is to choose a plant that matches your climate, soil, and market. Remember, there is no magic plant that makes money without effort. They all require work, care, and patience. But if you make the right choices, you can turn a piece of land into a stable and profitable source of income. If you're just starting out, start small. Choose 1 or 2 plants, learn everything about them, and grow little by little. If you are already an experienced farmer, you can diversify and plant something new, such as acai or eucalyptus. Brazil is a country blessed with fertile land and varied climate. We have everything to be an agricultural powerhouse. Just plant intelligently, take care of the land, and sell strategically. So, you can also be part of this group of farmers who make a fortune from what they plant. Here are some more tips for you to choose the right plants and increase your profits in agriculture. First, think about what people are buying. For example, avocado has become a rage in recent years, especially the Hass type, which is used in healthy recipes and even in fine restaurants. A well-cared-for avocado tree can produce fruit for decades, and the price on the market has only increased. Another fruit that is on the rise is the blueberry. It is small, but it is worth a lot, because it is considered a superfood and is exported to several countries. Those who plant blueberries in colder regions, such as southern Brazil, are able to sell for high prices, especially to gourmet markets and natural product stores. If you live in a hot and humid region, such as the north or northeast, you can invest in plants such as cupuaçu or guarana. Cupuaçu is used in juices, ice cream, and even cosmetics, and guarana is the raw material for soft drinks and energy drinks. Both have a guaranteed market, both here and abroad. Another option is cocoa, which in addition to being the base of chocolate, is also used in beauty products. Brazil is one of the largest cocoa producers in the world, and those who plant with quality can sell for good prices. For those who prefer plants that don't need so much space, aromatic and medicinal herbs are a great choice. Rosemary, basil, mint, and lavender are easy to grow and are in constant demand. You can sell it to restaurants, markets, or even dry and package it to sell as a seasoning or tea. Lavender, for example, is used in perfumes, soaps, and relaxation products. A small planted area can yield a lot, because the added value is high. If you have a larger plot of land and want something long-term, fruit trees are a good choice. Mango, orange, and lemon are classics that never go out of style. Mango, for example, is exported to several countries, and Brazil is one of the largest producers in the world. Tahiti lemon is used in the juice industry and even in medicines. Planting trees requires patience, because it takes a few years to start producing, but then the return is guaranteed for a long time. Another plant that is gaining ground is bamboo. It grows quickly, doesn't need much care, and has several uses, from construction to furniture and crafts. Bamboo is also used to make eco-friendly charcoal and even fabrics. Those who plant bamboo can sell it to industries, decoration stores, or even reforestation projects. But remember, before choosing what to plant, do your research. Talk to other farmers in your... Those who grow vegetables, for example, can make organic baskets and sell them to families in the city. Those who plant fruit can make frozen pulp or sweets and sell them to markets and bakeries. The secret is to find your audience and offer a quality product. And don't forget to take care of the land. Always planting the same thing in the same place can deplete the soil and attract pests. Rotate crops, use natural fertilizers, and avoid excessive pesticides. A healthy land produces more and better, and that makes all the difference in your profit. In the end, what makes a farmer make money is not just the plant he chooses, but the way he works. Those who plant with planning, take care of the soil, and sell intelligently can transform even a small farm into a solid source of income. Brazil has everything it needs to be an agricultural giant, and you can be part of it. Just start, learn from your mistakes, and don't give up. Over time, the effort will be worth it.